Hey guys, for this week's But Do They Watermarble, I'm testing the JulieG spring packs that are available right now on their website for $10. These were sent to me for review, and I do have a full swatch and review of each of the 3 packs, and I'll link that down in the description box if you're interested. So as always, I'm starting with my tiny teacup full of room temperature filtered water. I thought that I would split them up and do all the pinks together, all the blues or greens together, and then all the purples so you could see how the colors compare on each other, and that way I could get a good test of what is a good water marbler and what is not. At the end, I will pick the 3 that did the best and do a final look. So first I'm using the pinks. So this first drop is Bikini from the first pack, this second drop is Julie's Fave from the second pack, and then I'm going to finish that up with OMG from the third pack. I think that these had a little bit of trouble dripping, so I did have to actually just touch them to the water to get them to spread, but once I did, some of these were real aggressive spreaders. The one that I would say spread on the little bit on the slower side was Julie's Fave. These other ones did an awesome job and just pushed them right out. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a linear pattern with all of these. I think that the con to having a very aggressive spreader like that is that they spread out really quickly and then dry a little bit, so you definitely do not want to touch the outer rings when using aggressive spreaders like that, but it did make a really beautiful image. So next on to the blues and greens. That first drop was Tropical from the first pack. Second drop is Santorini from the second pack. And then I'm going to finish that up with Cabana Boy from the third pack. These did, as soon as they touched the water, they spread a little bit, but then a film kind of created in my cup, so I did have to bring these to the edge, but once I got them there, these spread amazing. I think the one that may spread a little bit on the slower side was Cabana Boy. These others are pretty aggressive spreaders. I think Santorini maybe spread a little less well than Tropical did, because Tropical just pushed everything out of the way. I'm going to go in for a linear pattern with these again, just so you can see the difference. I absolutely love all 3 of these colors together. I think they made a beautiful marble. Again, I did have some drying in the outer ring, so you do want to just stay right there in the middle. So next I'm going to move on to the purples. This first drop is Dream and Pretty from the first collection. Second drop is Rio de Janeiro, and then the third drop was Fierce and Fab. These are pretty much all amazing spreaders, especially Fierce and Fab. You can see there it just absolutely pushes all of those rings out. That's really going to help you make a nice marble. When you get something that's a little bit slow, but then you put an aggressive spreader in there, it does an amazing job. I would recommend not using Fierce and Fab for the last drop though, because it just spreads as soon as you cut that image. So next I'll show you my 3 favorites from these. This is OMG, Tropical, and then Fierce and Fab. I did find that these were the most aggressive spreaders. Again, I do have to drop them directly to the water. I wasn't able to do the drop where you hold it a little bit out of the water and drop it. I feel like that adds a little bit of momentum for whatever reason, but these did work really well touching them directly to the water. So again, just a simple linear pattern. These did absolutely beautiful. I have my nails prepped with 1 coat of Tux Polishes Pure and then some Unicorn Poop by Cuticula around my latex area. Here's a look at that drop. I'm just going to remove that liquid latex. It does an amazing job at snapping off. I didn't cut the image here, so I did have a little bit of flakies there. I'm just going to clean that up with acetone and a cleanup brush. Eventually, there it is. And then I'm going to go in with a top coat. I am using Liquid Macro by Super Chick Lacquer. I had no smearing. These did dry to a matte finish on their own, so I do definitely recommend a nice glossy top coat. So here's a look at that completed mani. Again, this is Tropical, Fierce and Fab, and OMG. Here's my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and some of these do react really nicely under UV lighting, so here's a shot of that. And then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So that wraps up this week's But Do They Watermarble. Please leave your recommendations down below and collections that you would like to see tested. I do have, I think, 2 more collections lined up for you guys, with more coming soon. So if you'd like to see more, you can follow me on my blog at sloppyswatches.com or on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.